What's up everyone, Brian Phobos here. Today we're going to talk about Bitcoin and this current bubble, where the volume's coming from, and compare it to some other bubbles. So let's take a look. $14,605, 20% gain, over 20% gain in a day. People in the stock and option market would love to have these kind of gains for the entire year. But you know what? This is crypto. So we enjoy these things, but this is unprecedented, guys. This is really, remember this day if you're new. This isn't something that's, this boom has been unreal. So look at all this volume coming from BitThumb over in South Korea. 17,463 is what they're paying, 10% of the volume. I'm not sure why they're paying that premium. If anybody has an idea, let me know, but this is BitThumb. Looks South Korean. If it's not, let me know, but I'm pretty sure it is. So let's look at a couple other bubbles. Now the Tulip Mania bubble from 1619, and this red graph is the Bitcoin bubble now, but this was back on November 8th. Guarantee you it is beyond the Tulip Mania bubble. Bitcoin is the biggest bubble of all time. We've never seen this, and look, it has just been an unbridled free ascent. It's just shoulder checking through everything. It is not stopping at our moon. It is going clear to Pluto's moon. We went to the moon back here in 2013, 2014. And that's not a challenge for Bitcoin anymore. It is just going and going and going. And we're all just like, what is going on? This is absurd. We're afraid to sell our Bitcoin. And people are obviously keep piling in. They keep buying. People are finding out about it for the first time. They keep hearing it on the news. Maybe they've been told five times, and they see it going up, and they're just like, you know what? That's it. I'm buying. And they just get in. So let's look at the silver bubble of 1979. So it went from under $20, and in the second half of 1979, it just shot up to over $111, but it knifed down just as hard. And oftentimes you do see that with bubbles that were either futures market, stock and option market, you know, that kind of stuff on Wall Street. And I think a lot of it's because they can get on the other side of it and then they can short against it and they can shove it back down just as hard and make the money on the other side as well. Now, could that happen to Bitcoin? Let's look at the previous bubbles and let's think about what's going to happen on December 18th. It's going to open up to the futures market. And I have a feeling, again, nobody exactly knows, but I have a feeling that they're not going to be able to shove it down and that the people who try are going to get ran over by a freight train, you know, literally. Because the level of conviction of the people in Bitcoin that have bought into it is far greater than the people who have power in the stock and option markets and the futures market. Think of those markets. It's institutional guys that are in mutual funds, hedge funds, that kind of stuff. They move the market. Kind of your little guy that has some money in the market and everything, they don't really move the market. But with Bitcoin, it's people that are very deeply convicted that cryptocurrencies are going to be on a global takeover path, that eventually it will overtake fiat. And I believe that 100%. Now, I don't believe that this bubble is the one. I don't think this is the one. I think this is going to come down. We're going to have one more come down. And then hopefully we don't have as painful and as long of a period as we did through 2015, 2016 before it goes back up. But I think it'll come back one more time. And then the next time it comes up, it takes over. Now, some of the reasons I say that is in retrospect back in 2013, 2014, after the fact, it kind of was like, well, yeah, okay, Bitcoin wasn't ready. Cryptocurrencies weren't ready. It needs to scale. It needs to do this and that. Well, a lot of that still hasn't happened. Look at the Bitcoin average price. This is the transaction fee, $7.34 on average per transaction. That's terrible. That's terrible. That's terrible. Even if you go back here in January, 31 cents per transaction, it wasn't as bad. That's kind of more what we were used to, but Bitcoin worked better back here in 2013, 2014. Ethereum has been brought to its knees by one decentralized application, CryptoKitties. So in that kind of program with that kind of volume, would not, you know, I mean, you could have a database-driven system that would handle that fine. And then other blockchains out there. I mean, the Steam blockchain can do far more transaction, has far more capacity, so does BitShares. These are on graphene blockchains, but they don't really get the love that something like Ethereum has. You know, obviously they're not on Coinbase, that kind of thing, and they're on down the list. They have other issues of their own. So can this thing scale? Is it ready for a global takeover? And, you know, your penetration in the market, I mean, you're maybe talking like 0.5% of all the people in the world have any kind of cryptocurrency. So there's a lot of run that it's going to be this huge transfer of wealth. So you're still in early at this point if you're in and you're engaged and you're watching this video. But here's the mempool. These are all the unconfirmed transactions stacking up on the Bitcoin network. And yesterday I was trying to move some coins over to Binance, which is a Chinese exchange, to buy some IOTA. And I couldn't clearly move Bitcoin. It's too slow and bogged down. Couldn't move Ether because it's all bogged down because of CryptoKitties. So I had to move Ethereum Classic because they didn't have Steam over on that exchange. I had to move Ethereum Classic and sell it for Bitcoin to do my transaction. I mean, that's terrible, guys. You know, I can't even move what I want to move. I have to move something and then sell it on the exchange to get what I want. So Steam, you know, that has stuff like Counter-Strike, Half-Life, all that kind of stuff, they no longer are accepting cryptocurrency because the transaction fees have gotten way, way too big. So all this stuff, but Bitcoin doesn't care. The price does not care. I'm not trying to create FUD, guys. I'm not trying to say that it's not going to go to 20,000 or 25,000. We just really don't know where it can go. But is it ready for a global takeover? And I would say no. I mean, it's not like Amazon could accept Bitcoin today. They could maybe accept Litecoin, but even if they accept Litecoin and got crazy volume from it, maybe Litecoin would be brought to its knees. You know, Steam would actually be a little more plausible the way it works. Digibyte can actually handle a lot of transactions. Recently reviewed that coin. You know, Ethereum will eventually probably scale, hopefully sooner than later. If they get some of this off-chain stuff going on, like Lightning Network on Bitcoin, all that kind of stuff, then hopefully there will be a move forward. But you got to understand, if you're newer to this and you know at least that, all through this period, Bitcoin needed to scale, and it never did. But it's like it didn't matter. Like nobody freaking cared, and the people buying into it don't know anything of any of this drama. They're never even going to move the coins. I have no clue, but I don't know why we're putting up with a system when we know there's better technology out there and stuff, but we are. First movers advantage has just been unreal for Bitcoin. And despite all the issues, it just keeps shoulder checking through any kind of adversity. It doesn't matter if China, you know, announces that ICOs are banned, if they announce that the, you know, Bitcoin exchanges are shutting down, it doesn't matter. Bitcoin just keeps shoulder checking through everything. Just keeps going. So I don't know when this is going to end, guys. These volumes are insane. And really, I mean, I think this might be the highest volume I have ever seen. 13 billion in 24 hours. It's absurd, guys. Absurd. So, you know, what can happen here? So it looks like we got a big knife down. I just looked up there and saw it went down to 14,000. It's starting to recover here. Come on, come on. I don't know what's going on, why that's taking so long. But anyway, what do you guys think? Do you think this is the global crypto takeover right now? Whoa, where are all the sell orders going? Oh, they must be way out in the future. What is going on? Something's going on with GDAX right now, guys. I just feel this is fishy. There we go. It's up, it's up. Okay, so whatever. We did have a sell-off, but who cares? Bitcoin doesn't care. It'll just surge past it. Probably. But who knows? Not really sure. Obviously, this has been a big move today. So congratulate yourself if you're holding Bitcoin like myself. Yay. Anyway, follow me on all social media, guys. Steam it, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. See you guys later.